effectively what Tabitha Brown is saying is, you can have a boycott, but don't boycott the black people. Don't boycott the women. Don't boycott us, because, you know, that's what they want you to do. They want you to fall into this trap, and then we get divided. Don't be so emotional. There's a lot of condescension in this. Although it's shrouded in certain kind of flowery, loving, self-help, spiritual language, it's still like, don't be dumb, y'all. Y'all don't know what y'all doing. Y'all so angry. Y'all getting wound up. Don't be dumb. Keep buying. This is, and a few people said this in the comments. This is the problem with the Black excellence rhetoric. It's bound up in an investment in a very small slice of people doing really well at the expense of others. The boycott is designed to force Target to have better hiring practices, to have better labor practices, to invest in Black and brown and queer, etc. businesses across the board, because they're getting locked out of economic opportunity. Now I understand what she's saying. She's saying if you boycott this thing, they'll just use it as a pretext to not let anybody else in, because they'll say y'all not selling. Well, first, maybe Target shouldn't be the place we should be looking for that. Second, that's bullshit. They know that they know their numbers. They know their internal numbers. They know the numbers dropped because people boycotted. If they want to use it as a pretext to not have Black folk in it, then you respond by saying, well, then we won't buy unless you have Black folk here. Again, a boycott. We vote with our dollars. And when you tell us to boycott except for you, what happens is that logic prioritizes your individual well-being, or our investment in your individual well-being. Again, the Black excellence rhetoric, we need her to win, at the expense of all these other people who are getting screwed over.
Listen, let me know down below, what side of the fence are you standing on when it comes to this boycott? Do you believe that we should totally avoid Target at all costs? Or are you somebody who's like, listen, we can still go into Target and buy Black products because I need my Shea Moisture, my Dark and Lovely, and my Ambi. Let me know in the comment section below. And while you're down there leaving a comment, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Okay, so while you have some people who are like, yo, let's do it, and then you have a whole lot of other people who are like, no, let's not do it, you also have a lot of people who are like, yo, I'm mad confused right now. Are we doing this or are we not doing this? Also, what are the goals? What are the objectives? Who's running it? When's it start? And like, what's the end goal? Because I don't want to have to run out of here and pay $50 for a Costco card if I don't have to. Oh my goodness, I just love my people. Anyhow, let me see if I can answer all of those questions by showing you this clip.
I'm Nina Turner, the founder and president of We Are Somebody. We are calling for a boycott of Target stores nationwide, and I want to provide clarity on how we move forward. Target announced on January 24th that they'd be rolling back their DEI initiatives, stopping reports to external diversity-focused groups like the Human Rights Campaign's Corporate Equality Index, and end a program focused on carrying more products from Black or minority-owned businesses. We Are Somebody is calling for a total boycott of Target stores nationwide, starting February 1st, until Target reinstates the programs or replaces them with initiatives ensuring Black and other minority brands will not disappear from their shelves. You can certainly start today. You can start right now. For us, we wanted to get organized and move with intention. A win looks like Target ensuring these businesses and us as consumers that they are actively invested in diversity, equity, and inclusion that is in a real way, not a performative way. There's nothing bad about diversity. There's nothing bad about equity. There is nothing bad about inclusion. We Are Somebody hears this concern, and we are taking that into consideration. We're taking that seriously. These businesses, these Black-owned and minority-owned businesses, gained much success through these programs. The very programs that Target is now dissolving. We are directing consumers to buy from these companies directly. Let's just go on and cut out the middleman. Go straight to these companies. And let us be clear on this. The harm being done in this situation will not be from those boycotting Target. It rests solely on the shoulders of Target and those in corporate boardrooms who decide to turn their backs on us. People are asking, why Target and not other companies that are rolling back DEI programs? Because we're choosing a single company at first. We Are Somebody will be directing people to other boycott opportunities in the very near future. But right now, we must organize and move strategically and move intentionally. We are not doing this haphazardly. We have been planning to call for strategic boycotts for months. Go to wearesomebody.org and sign up for updates. Join us.
So far, I really haven't heard any celebrities really weigh in on a boycott, but I'd be very interested to see what Rihanna, Lil Baby, and Cardi B do, because you know, all of them love them some Target.
Yo, sis, I can't get no love for the video though. I can't get no love for the video though.
Oh, I love your phone. I need to get that's the phone that I need to.
I ain't gonna lie, you fine though, I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, so here's my personal take on this. I'm always down for a good boycott. I mean, real talk, when I hear the word boycott, my ears just perk up. And it's not because I'm boycott happy, but because boycotts that are called for legitimate reasons offer us, as a collective group, an opportunity to prove that we can come together to accomplish a collective goal. However, one of the things that's always bothered me as a Black woman who learned about the civil rights movement as a child is that in my lifetime, except for the grassroots action that helped to elect Barack Obama, I have yet to ever once witness us as a collective group on a large scale successfully work together as a cohesive whole to accomplish a goal. And honestly, I often find myself wondering, why is it that our ancestors could do it, but we don't seem to be able to do it? Why is it that Black men, women, and children in Montgomery, Alabama in the 1950s understood the mission, and even though the mission seemed to be impossible, they were able to do what needed to be done, even if it meant abstaining from taking the buses for over a year? I mean, really, was there something different about the Black men, women, and children of yesteryear? Were they built different compared to more recent generations of Black people who seem to be more complacent and also segregated in our own personal missions, mindsets, and agendas? I mean, really, think about it. If somebody was like, listen, every Black person in America will get $1 million check, and all you have to do is not take an Uber for 45 minutes. You still have a Black person who's like, nah, cuff that, I'm taking an Uber. And you'd be like, yo, you don't need to take an Uber, you live next door. And they'd be like, nah, I'm still taking an Uber. I mean, for real, what's up with that? And what's crazy is that now that I'm thinking about it, I'm really thinking about it, the last time that I saw Black people in this country buy into a movement and organize on a macro level to get a mission accomplished was the Million Man March back in the 90s. And I'll also concede that we almost did it during the pandemic through the Black Lives Matter movement in the protest to George Floyd's murder. But even then, we marched 2 steps forward just to get shoved back 10 steps, and maybe even more if Trump succeeds in accomplishing his goal, which is to give police officers qualified immunity. So, to me, this boycott could mean something bigger than just getting Target to reinstitute its diversity initiatives. It can actually potentially serve as a symbol that we as a people can unify for a common goal to get the job done, which would send a powerful message to all governing bodies and companies that don't protect us or respect us, but at the same time, don't mind exploiting us or taking our money. Now, as I'm sitting here discussing this, I'm actually getting agitated because it bothers me that our children actually have to go back 70 years when they want to refer to a time when all of us collectively as Black people worked together to implement a successful boycott.
911.
Officer Green, how can I help you?
It's black girls in white chairs. Us last five buses. Get out her seat and go to the back of the bus.
No, sir. My situation. Five. No, you just get out her seat.
Hey, my fair.
Hear what he said? Back up the bus. Color section. This is the last time, and you're going to jail. Yeah, that's it. Did she just close her eyes?
Go ahead, Martin.
I have heard the news that Rosa Parks was arrested for not giving up her seat on the bus. This was nothing but discrimination. She paid her fare just after white people. We must boycott the buses.
They are too cute. But let me know, doesn't it bother you that they have to go back 70 years when they want to refer to a successful black movement that was implemented by black people in the US? Let me know what you think about that in the comments. Now, with that being said, although I really feel for the plight of all the black owners who sell their products in Target, I'm also somebody who believes that you can't do 50% of a boycott. That just doesn't work. You're either all in or you don't do it at all. Because doing 50% of a boycott is similar to like breaking up with your boyfriend but still giving him the he wins. And what A. Philip Randolph, Ralph Abernathy, and Martin Luther King Jr. understood very well and played to their advantage during the civil rights movement was optics. You may not notice, but SNCC and other organizations actually pre-planned and practiced their actions and reactions to being beaten, called the N-word, and hosed down in advance so that when the cameras were running and that mess actually happened, they had the visual advantage. Now, I'm saying this to say that there needs to be a very visual component to the operation that shows that black people and our allies are taking a definitive stance, and that is the absence of black people shopping in Target. And you don't get that if black people are still going in Target just to buy black products. Additionally, y'all know darn well that while you might intend to go in there just to pick up your Tabitha Brown dishware, you're gonna be like, ooh, you know what? While I'm here, I might as well pick up some snacks. One Kit Kat won't hurt the movement, and all of a sudden, you're gonna have mad stuff in your shopping cart that wasn't black owned until you bought it and took it home. And trust me, Target will purposely manipulate their in-store displays so that you do just that, because there's a psychology to shopping. Okay, so with that being said, I'm not willing to sacrifice the potential advancement of over 48 million black people so that Tabitha Brown can still sell colorful oven mitts and approximately 1,000 other black-owned businesses can maintain their sales goals in Target. But what I am willing to do is to try to find a solution to this conundrum so that we can save the Tabitha Browns of this world while also saving the millions. And what that means is this. I personally believe that if you're going to boycott, you have to go all out. No shopping at Target. But I also believe that you can also strategically set up safety nets to ensure that the black-owned companies that are currently selling their goods in Target don't go under. For example, you can set up a website that looks just like Target's that showcases all of the black-owned companies and their products that currently sell in Target, which can serve as a one-stop shop where we can peruse and buy their products. Source, can we please see my sample website? Okay, so instead of Target, we can set up a shop called like Diversity Plus. Listen, how do y'all like my logo? You know, I'm like one of those people, if you're gonna do it right and shove their noses in it at the same time. 2, for the duration of the boycott, we can work together to drive up the sales of black-owned companies and supplement the losses that they'll most likely incur due to like Target forcing them to buy back their products by creating a system where black social media influencers and their channels agree to partner with companies to advertise black-owned companies and their products on the channels and pages for free. And in return, partner companies can help to promote viewership and subscriptions for the partner channels. 3, we can crowdfund to create a black-owned business fund that serves as a safety net that black-owned businesses can utilize to supplement their income if their sales don't generate enough income to keep the company viable for the duration of the boycott. This fund can also be used to buy back products from Target and/or pay for storage facilities and distribution if the Target store requires them to buy back their products. Alright, so let's think about this for a minute. There are approximately 48.3 million black people who live in the US. Now, about 13% of those black people are under 18, so we're going to remove them from the equation. Additionally, 8 million black people are like homeless or live under the poverty line, so we're going to remove them from the equation too. And there are approximately 3.9% who are like over 80. So we're going to take them out of the equation too. And we're also going to deduct another 5% to account for people who are like just not mentally stable right now or infirmed. So that leaves us with 20 million people. If every one of those 20 million black people donated $25 to the boycott fund, we would have about $500 million to help the black-owned businesses stay afloat for a year. And that doesn't include all of the other individuals who would partner with us and ally with us or contribute more. Now I know, somebody out there right now is like, Source, ain't nobody got no $25 to be contributing to no boycott fund. Listen, that's interesting because for some reason, we always seem to have an extra $125 on hand to buy our toddlers some Jordans. I mean, the kid can't even walk, and you got this ninja strolling around in some $500 Kobe's. I mean, it's crazy. You got $500 for some Grinches and reverse Grinches, but then I say to you, we all need to donate like $25 to a boycott fund to contribute to the advancement of colored people, and y'all are like, ooh, yeah, nah. I'm broke right now. See if you could catch me next week. And then when I'm like, yo, what day you get paid? You like, February 32nd. Now, I know, somebody out there right now is like, Source, you got some lofty goals. Some real lofty goals. I know, but here's the thing. I'm not saying that like the 4 things that I just laid out would definitely work. But what I'm saying is if you have like 10, 20 million black people who are all putting their heads together, we should be able to come up with strategies to keep these black businesses afloat. And not to go off target, but when I said afloat, I thought about a float. Did you guys see the float that Italy had in one of their carnivals a few years back of the Statue of Liberty that was black? Oh my goodness. Do you think that Italy was trying to send us a message? See, when I see things like that, I'm like, oh my goodness, we need to organize. Let me know, when you see things like that, are you thinking the same thing, that we need to organize? Now, the crazy thing is this, with our purchasing power and the value of our dollar, we probably wouldn't even have to boycott Target for like a year, because according to Roland Martin, we could hurt Target's pockets in a couple of weeks.
They said you could approximate that African Americans represent 10% of Target's overall revenue, which is $10.9 billion. This translates roughly to $29.9 million per day in sales from black consumers. Which means if all black people, we know that's not gonna happen, but let's just say if all black people boycotted Target for one day, Target would lose $29.9 million in sales. If the boycott lasts 7 days, Target would lose $209 million. If the boycott of Target lasted 30 days, That means the losses for Target could reach $897 million. That's 30 days. That means that if the boycott starts February 1st, companies, publicly traded companies, think in terms of quarterly reports. January, February, March is first quarter. April, May, June, second quarter. July, August, September, third quarter. October, November, December is the fourth quarter. So there are 2 months left in the first quarter. Publicly traded companies announce their earnings report in the second quarter about the first quarter. So it'll be in April or May. So if black folks collectively targeted Target over the next 60 days beginning February 1st, we could cause Target to lose $1.8 billion in sales.
Source, really quick, can we please see if anybody's currently shopping in Target?
Alright guys, so I'm in Target. Don't ask me why I'm in here. Just wanted to be nosy. And the store is practically empty. If I can turn this around. Now this particular Target that I go to is usually very crowded, but there are only a few people that are in here, and have yet to see any black or brown people in here. Oh my God.
Yeah, they're already feeling it.
Listen, we fucked up.
Alright, so here's the thing. Unlike some people, I don't believe that Tabitha Brown was trying to undercut the boycott. I actually believe that she had very good intentions. But I also believe that we have to be very cognizant of the fact that we're not the only ones that heard what Tabitha Brown had to say. You better believe that Walmart, Amazon, and Target also heard what Tabitha Brown had to say. And as a black community, we need to be very careful, because it's a very dangerous situation when companies realize that many of our black businesses put all of their eggs in a Target basket. And because of this, many black people currently find themselves in a bind and are having a hard time walking away from Target, even though they really want to. So we really need to start setting up systems and infrastructure so that in the future we can walk away when we want to, without hindering the progress of any of our black people or our black-owned businesses. Now, I'm a firm believer in the concept of one man planteth and another man watereth. So, the seeds of the movement have been planted. Let's see if we can help make some things grow. What ideas or strategies do you have that the black community could potentially use to put into action now or in the future to boycott stores like Target, while also ensuring that the black-owned businesses that sell their products inside those stores don't go under? Also, let me know this too. If you're somebody who's going to be participating in a boycott, are you going to be doing a 100% full boycott? Or are you going to be doing like a 50% boycott where you still go into Target, but you only buy black-owned products? Let me know that in the comment section too. But before I go, really quick, let me let all you Target shoppers know the rules for when you go into Costco.
Look me in my eyes. Let me tell you something. This is Costco. This is not Sam's Club. Sam's Club is like Birmingham. It's slow, people take it easy, people are polite, people say excuse me, and stuff like that. That's Sam's Club. This is Costco. Costco is the New York. People don't say excuse me. You gotta move, you gotta put your knees to your chest and keep on going. You cannot linger in Costco. You gotta keep it moving or you will get run over, like in New York. You know how when we're in New York, how cars honk at you all day and night? It's the same thing. All right.
Listen, let me know your thoughts on everything that we talked about today. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button and share this video with your friends. Hey yo, thanks for tuning in to The Source, your source for celebrity news. Peace.